And we're live.
Yo, what is up? This is another episode of Deep Fried Podcast. I'm Brody.
My name's Mufasa.
Kardiay!
And we're here with you for another rip-roaring adventure on this whatever fucking day, Thursday. On this Thursday afternoon. Shit, I'll tell you what. Most people don't get to this day of the month. Most people are hyped on that first Friday. They burn their check and they get a new job.
Oh, like you did.
No, don't say it like that. Every job I've ever had, I've had for longer than 3 years.
Yeah, honestly, I can't speak for shit because my track record is like 6 months. And then I get bored.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I call some waves in my workplace because I'm a whistleblower. Like, if I see something going on, like, I'm gonna be like, yo, this is fucked up. You know what I mean? Right. I'm gonna tell you, but I'm not like a snitch. Right. You know what I mean? It's
There's a difference between blowing the whistle and snitching.
Yeah, exactly. And so I call some waves, and like either I feel uncomfortable with people.
Yeah.
Or like I get bored. Yeah.
Or you figure out a reason to be uncomfortable with people.
No, I think I agree. I think I can relate, except I think I can hold off for like a year, depending on the situation.
I don't even consider quitting a job until I've gone through a year. I have to.
Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for you. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a toxic situation, get the fuck out.
Even then, I feel like withholding yourself for a year, there's no amount of toxicity save for erroneous harassment that's gonna make me want to leave a job before a year.
Right.
Like, unless somebody is straight up punching me when I come into work.
Yo, like at the hospital.
Oh man, he's not a patient. I'm not talking about that nigga.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like the jobs that I have now, I'm trying to hold for I want to say a solid year.
That's what I'm saying. No,
I'm
5.
Some time. No, not 5. Hell no.
Then that way you can say that you've done it. You don't have to try any type of job near it.
I want to be in the same career and progress year by year. You know what I mean? So I hold it by 5 years. So I grow for 5 years. 5 years, I get the job that I want. Hold that for 5 years, and then move around when I want.
You see, I mean job title, because I know most of the time when you say I'll have the same job for 5 years, you actually have the same job for 5 years. You're stuck. Walmart greeter type shit.
Well, that's the thing. I really can't. It's like a pet peeve of mine to hear people complain about their job, their current situation over and over and over and over again. It's like, eventually you need to just shut up and change it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not going to change unless you change it.
Yeah, there's always a thin line between realizing where you are at in life and realizing it and not doing anything about it. You know what I mean?
Some people are driven by other things besides themselves to stay to their job. Some people, especially nowadays, jobs only reward you for staying long. They don't care how good you do your job. As long as you're there, you won't get a raise because someone else has been there longer. You could push twice as hard and do twice as many hours. And they were there 2 months longer than you. Right. They're your boss now.
And that sucks because, going into, if you're miserable at your job and you're miserable in your life, it reflects on the people that you're dealing with. If you're in customer service or, if you're dealing with people and you hate your life and your job, that's going to reflect on the people that you deal with.
Yeah, I was going to say, show of hands, who's in customer service?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And, that's the thing, though, is that you can be having a good-ass day, but people know how to ruin your day.
Oh, yeah.
But it also goes the other way around. Don't come out to eat if you're in a shitty mood. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah.
You should go to work in a shitty mood. I completely agree. But when you're working customer service, there's a mutual relationship there. You know what I mean?
If you come there to have a good time, they're going to reward you by giving you a good time. They're going to come to your table more. They're going to be like, hey, how's it going, guys? If you're sitting there having an argument at your table, your wife has got her fucking wrist squeezed under your son's arm, yanking on him, whispering something real fucking sharp in his ear. The waitress is going to pour...
Stop right now. I'll whip your ass right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The waitress is going to pour the water silent as fuck. She's going to be thinking the same thing you are. Man, I hate my life. I can't wait to get out of this spot. And for you,
Right.
You volunteered to be there. You leave because of that. If you don't have the wherewithal in your mind and the skill as a person and a personality to deflect that and be like, okay, doesn't matter. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the tip. I'm here for the good time. I'm here to make myself available and busy.
Well, and the thing is, going back to like what Cody first started saying is, you allow people to let you feel emotions that you do, and it's something I currently still struggle with every day. I get better as I grow and as I get older. I'm pushing like 30, so it gets a little easier. Yeah. But it's still hard when that shitty person comes in with their shitty attitude and their shit day and their shit energy that they're bringing to your space.
Yeah.
And you have to choose. I'm gonna still be happy. This person has something to deal with. But I'm having a good day, so fuck you.
That's right.
But then you have those days where you're a little weaker than others, and that's okay. And you're just like, fuck this person. You just add into what I already don't feel good about. You know what I mean?
And I guess sometimes that makes it harder to want to stay at the same job, because when you get those hard days and you don't have a good support system, you don't have a manager that's going to say, hey, do you need some time? Take the day for yourself. You'll get paid.
Right. Well, here's the thing is that, like, we can look inside ourselves, and like that's the right thing to do, and be like, look, maybe it's us that's causing the problem, you know what I mean? Maybe it's our energy, but the thing is like, what the energy that you give out is the energy that you get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the rule that follows everybody, no matter what, no matter if you can if you're good at self-reflection or not, you know what I mean? And so the point that we hit is because we know how to be a little bit self-reflective. It's like, okay, like where am I wrong in this situation?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Self-reflecting. Yeah.
Right.
Oh gosh,
exactly.
Introspection is a skill.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up in the morning and know how to know what the back of your head looks like.
Sure. And then also another thing is something that may irritate you about said person. But something that would annoy you about a said person is something that they say that is probably something that you need to work on. So, currently, like recently, I've got a lot better at not interrupting and listening and waiting until my turn to speak. Every now and then you get a little excited, you can't hold the thought, you gotta blurt it, and it's cool, but I also, in return, it happens to me, and I get so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by interrupting, and just like the big time that they are totally oblivious that someone else is speaking, that type of interrupting, not like the trying to like converse and talk.
Yeah. There's a difference between me saying in the middle of a conversation to agree with you, and if you pause, I continue, and you almost having something to say before someone else jumps in.
Yeah.
But definitely.
I think like that's the thing is like a lot of people like to debate, but they don't know how to. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's the thing. Like, like let's argue, but like at the same time, like there's still some mutual respect between us. I'm gonna let you speak. You're gonna let me speak. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's the reason why I like arguing with you.
That's why arguments like often end badly, is because you don't give the other person the respect that you want in the conversation.
Sure.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times, obviously, there's emotions behind it, or like other circumstances that happened before the conversation.
Yeah.
Something like flew out of proportion or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because you remember, like when we would argue, when we would live together. We would argue and we would get to a conclusion that would either be mutually beneficial, like we would argue and you get shit done, or it would get to a neutral point, and whether or not you let your emotions get the better of you after that is the decision. But the argument is over. There's no talking about it afterwards. Something got done. If something got brought up, and that's one thing I appreciate about you is that you don't. I think that's what nagging is. Having an argument without intention on fixing.
Well, and then you have there's nagging, and then there's what's that fucking word? There's the instigating. No, there's another one. Parade or whatever. We'll move on. But I know there's another word. It's almost close to like belittling.
Berating.
Yeah.
There's a point when you get to an argument and you're just like, I'm just mad.
Right.
Just straight up, and you're just gonna blast that person.
Oh, did it fall off?
I got it.
It's getting sticky.
No, but I've been really trying to save a lot more money recently. I'm tired of going out just to go out and spend $30 for a meal and like actually and do nothing. You know, I actually want to go out and spend my money less wastefully.
Yeah.
Like that's why I've been trying to go with you on a hike. I've been trying to actually do shit like that because it's starting to get milder. It's starting to get more comfortable. I want to find a way to enjoy myself without spending money, because in this day and age, there's no you don't have free time. Every second of every day is equated to
Money.
A monetary value.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, time is money now. You know what I mean?
But there's so
like,
many other types of currency than money.
Well, no, you're right. And that's the thing is like, time is one of those things that is another form of currency besides money, but people equate it to money so often that it's becoming more like that. I feel like.
Think about things like
Patronize. That's the word.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was good. I straight up just zoned out and was like, what is that word?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you got it.
People don't like it when you patronize them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like it goes against what they view as themselves, you know, which is like oftentimes something that they aren't.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know.
Sure. And like, so when I think about patronizing, I also think it falls with nagging. I mean, they're different, because patronizing's like you talking to someone and using a phrase that they always say, but then saying it like this.
Oh, that's
patronizing.
That's not. Well, that's patronizing, obviously, but that's mocking.
Well, it's not.
Patronizing somebody would be like me walking up to you and be like, Cardi, do you need help with your dab?
Wait, what?
Do you need help with taking that dab? Do you want me to help you do it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like
questioning their ability.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
questioning
kind of
their
like
facility.
When a guy's like a little too nice, and you're like, dude, like I can function. You know?
Right,
he's like, I
I
get
can
it.
do shit myself. Like I get it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it comes off as patronizing, even though they may try to be nice. That's patronizing.
Yeah,
like
like,
Right
because
on.
what the fuck? Like I can live my life. You know what I mean? Like,
I've had bitches say it.
Myself for years.
Right.
Bitches will say that, and they're like, hey, why do you pay for every single meal? Well, that's how I was raised. And some women will see that as patronizing, because they're like, oh, that's what a man's supposed to do. And even saying it like that is like a mockery of the concept.
Okay.
Well,
yeah. So yeah.
It seems
I see
like
you.
it seems misogynistic when you say like, oh, that's what a man's supposed to do, even if it's something nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just because like.
It's a nice gesture. I do this to my friends.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I do it to you.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying is like I'll go out and I pay for him, and it's not any different than if I go out and pay for him.
Dude, when I go out on you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, when I go out on you, do I spend more money than you do?
No. I mean, see, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Probably because like a lot of times when I pay for you, we're eating. And you eat more than me, but like if we're out drinking, obviously, like
Oh yeah,
more, like
yeah. When I pay for you and we're drinking, you definitely drink more than me. You're like, yo, do you want a shot? I'm like, dude, like let your lip dry off.
Yo, so, no, but listen, the other night we were in there at Stokey's, right, with Nikki.
Yeah.
And I was straight chilling. I didn't want to go too far, it just got busy.
Right.
I was like, Nikki, take my car and go get us some shots. 2 shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so 15 minutes goes by.
Oh yeah.
She's not back yet, right? I'm like looking at the bar. It's like busy, but there's no seats, but it's not like they're lined up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit. Did that go out? Or what's up?
That's
You
right.
here?
I'm not fucking. There we go. Let me get a dab.
Yeah. And so I checked, and she was like talking to her friend, and she's like, yeah, I haven't been up yet, blah blah. I was like, alright. And then like 15 minutes later, still not time to go up. I'm like, yo, what's up? She's like, I haven't been served yet. I'm like, you're a girl. You've been up here for 30 minutes telling me you haven't been served yet.
Right.
And then she comes back, 2 shots each, right? I'm like, oh shit, I get $40.
Oh.
I'm like, You got. I can tell you that there is no shot in White Rose that costs $10. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so she's
Maybe.
spinning tricks, he thinks.
I don't
I don't know.
I don't think she played you on the money, bro. Honestly.
A $40 tab
Yeah,
for a drink?
Yes.
Well, do you
when we
think
went
they
to the
don't-
beach at Rehoboth.
Yeah, okay, I understand that.
But still, bars can charge.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They can charge whatever they
But
fucking
okay,
want.
the only time I paid for a $10 drink was at Beer Mongers, and I bought Bombay Sapphire Shot, and they charged me $10.50.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
And I
mean,
know Beer Mongers is expensive because most of my shots there are anywhere from like 8 to 10 to 12.
Sure. And also, depending on what shot you take, like a McGriddle breakfast shot, that has Jameson in it, and one shot of Jameson can vary from $7.50 to $9.
Yeah.
You're starting to go on the high end type of whiskey with that. So,
Yeah,
a
you're
shot
right.
of like Macallan 12 or something, it's like an $18 shot. There's some $40 shots.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, you used to work at McCleary's, right?
Yeah.
And that's is that just a whiskey bar, or do they have a full bar there?
Yeah, we had a full bar,
Nice.
and we held.
And you were a bartender?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so we served like Glenlivet and Macallan 12.
But I'm sure you guys like had a bunch of different whiskey there because it's like an Irish pub
Oh, yeah.
style.
Had everything: bourbon, rye.
Hell yeah.
You know,
So
Scotch.
what would you say is like a top shelf whiskey? Like that you guys carried there. Like what was one of the more expensive whiskeys that you guys carried there?
Yeah. Well, and see, I always struggled because I never liked whiskey or Scotch or bourbon or rye, so sampling
Yeah.
them. But like I don't know, like Templeton rye
Yeah.
would be like the higher end. As far as whiskey goes, I mean, I can't think of one specifically. If there was more of like your Scotches and your bourbons and your ryes, those were the
These were like the more expensive
Yeah.
top shelf. Yeah.
Right.
I
Like
guess you're right.
we had all
yeah.
kinds of whiskey from Yukon.
Well, then you
Jack
have like
to-
rye whiskey and shit.
Right.
Okay, is that what you're talking about
Yeah.
when you say rye?
Yeah, Templeton
Okay.
rye whiskey. That's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
like a $13-14 shot, maybe more. Because
Yeah.
a bar can charge whatever they want. They can charge $16 for it because they pay.
And what's a shot there?
So a shot there of that would be
Like
least
how many
13.
ounces?
8 ounces.
Or of liquor?
Or so you get, what do you do? 6 count. So
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like I know that bars serve anywhere between 1 to 2 ounces per shot.
right, so it's, but they can do a double, so that takes you up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
2 ounces.
Shit. I mean,
So
yeah. You should come up to Crosswater sometime
hell yeah,
in Lewisberry because we make all our. It's a distillery too.
nice.
So like we have our 6-month rye whiskey. It's just like came out a month ago.
Okay.
And then we have like a bunch of infused vodkas like cucumber,
Oh, that sounds
jalapeno, grapefruit. Grapefruit's my favorite.
See, that's
You're-
more up my alley.
Yeah.
Your girl was talking
infused
all
rums
types.
too, raspberry rum, like all kinds of stuff. It's really good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I
And
went to Blue Coat Distillery, which is gin.
Nice, yeah. I'm a big gin fan.
I am not.
So,
I love
And I was
the
even
taste,
sure of it when I
dude.
left there. It
Really?
was so
Oh my
cool
God.
to have the experience.
Yeah.
And I had an appreciation for how it's made and stuff, but I don't like gin. I don't
It's
like
juniper,
gin.
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, it's like a mixture of like juniper. It's
Yeah.
mainly juniper, but there's
Yes.
a bunch of other like spices or whatever fucking you call it.
And aged in wood barrels. And,
Yeah,
You know, so.
and I mean that's the thing is like gin is one of those things that I feel like it's definitely an acquired taste.
It's an acquired taste.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
100%.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Like the first couple times I drank gin, it was disgusting because I was drinking cheap gin too. Number one.
Oh, yeah.
Because the guys I was drinking gin with just drank it to drink it.
Just
And
have
it got
fun.
you fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, but then when I started drinking like Bombay Sapphire, it was like, okay, I can deal with this lemonade. But Blue Coat was actually good, and then
Yeah.
Frostwater, like you know when you like take a whiff and you get that like burn,
Yes.
like Frostwater alcohol, like you can just and like no burn, like it's so smooth. We were working with
Yes.
the rye whiskey, cooking with it,
Okay.
and like we just went. Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you take
Yeah.
a smell of Jack Daniels, like, woo!
Woo! Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's so smooth.
Yeah,
But, hell yeah, I love that shit.
yeah.
See, I
But
feel like
they also made their own absinthe.
Absinthe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You tried
And have you ever had it before?
I
Oh,
have,
yeah.
That stuff right there, you can only have 2 shots. If a bar serves it, they will only allow you to have 2.
Mm.
And the shots of those are like, I know my girl paid $20 a shot at West Dorkin.
Oh, it's expensive. I bought a
$40.
bottle of it at the liquor store on East Market Street, New York.
Mm.
It was $89. But
oh my gosh.
I got. I mean, that shit like gets you loopy. It's like
Yeah, it
it's
makes
like
you. It can make you hallucinate.
when we did the ethanol kind of. No,
ether.
not ether. Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of gives you like this ether effect, but like you just feel like the very early stages of tripping. Oh shit! Oh shit! There's a bee.
Can't do it.
No. I appreciate your calmness. He only wants the same thing we do.
Can I kill him?
Are you asking me or God?
I'm asking Ariel.
I don't know what to do, bro.
Oh, I mean, if you have a shot, take him out.
Every time we do an episode, something happens. You know?
No, let him go. Kill that nigga. Here's a bullet. Smash him up.
God.
Whack that bad boy.
Yellow Jackets. If it was a
Let him land.
Here, open your door. I'm about to. No, I can't swat him your way. Yes, sir.
Smack him out the park.
Chill, dog.
You ain't looking at me though.
He's looking for that honey.
Mm-hmm.
He smells
Not
that
on
honey
me.
in here.
It's not on me, brother.
Go, open your door.
I can't.
Go out.
Not yet. Not yet. Okay.
Alright, he's out.
He's free. Ooh. There's a tension in the air. Did you feel that?
She's freezing this motherfucker.
Oh. You're locked down now. Oh, you're about to make him sleep.
Yeah, I was about to whack the shit out of that motherfucker.
He was about to fall asleep and take that long nap.
Like that long.
What do you know about the long nap,
Yo,
man?
For real.
Yo, how do you sleep?
Yo, so
Sleep pretty good.
I sleep really good on this fucking premium extract, dude.
That's
Stay
right.
Puft, this shit's fucking good. Got the fucking purple Harley. What is this? 66%?
And you know we stay
That's why I
puffed.
can't see out my eyes.
We stay
Fuck.
fried on here, man.
Getting chinky.
Until we fall to fucking sleep. So what? Let me hear it.
Yo, what are you talking about? How I sleep?
I mean,
We're talking about position or what? How long?
yeah, give me.
Like, how well do you sleep?
Well, I can tell you
Shit, I
because
don't
I
know
wear a
how well.
Fitbit
Oh, see, I don't know how well I sleep.
and I monitor my sleep.
There we go.
Does it tell you what
Let me
realm
see.
you're in and
How
shit?
how many hours of sleep do you get on average per week?
All right, well,
Oh,
let me get a little in depth here because I used to sleep always
Got
when
that
I lived
honey?
with my grandparents.
Yeah.
I
8
get you.
hours a night, steady.
Yes.
Like, just able to be able to sleep totally 8 hours. And so now that
Damn.
Chris and I live together, he has a thing with his sleeping that he's a mouth breather, and it's because, what did he call it?
Sleep apnea?
An inverted nasal thing or
Deviated
something.
septum.
Deviated septum. That's it. He has that.
I have it too.
Okay.
It's from it can be from multiple things.
Sure, and I think he may have just been born with it or whatever.
Yeah.
So he has a mouth breather. So he snores really bad, which fine. I usually can deal with snoring because my best friend Elle, love her to death, but she snores like a motherfucker. But I can get over that. It's like I can kind of tune that out.
Yeah.
But he also makes this clicking noise that he knows about, and I tell him about it, and we have this communicative thing where he's like, just tell me when I'm doing it. So every now and then I'm randomly like, hey, you're clicking. But it's just like his mouth is open and his tongue is resting, so when he breathes, it's like,
They have mouth guards for that now.
do they?
Yeah. Yeah, my biological dad actually has like really bad sleep apnea. and he actually wears this mouthpiece that he wears at night, and what it does is it just keeps the tongue pressed to the bottom of your mouth.
Sure.
Because what happens is a lot of times like the tongue hits the roof of your mouth and you can't breathe out of that.
Okay.
And so that just keeps it down.
Okay, I'll
And it
have to
helps
look
with
into
snoring. Because it also will help with his sleep too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm sure he gets up like tired as shit. You're like, yo, bro, you just slept like 8 hours. You know what I mean?
Yes, that is so facts on facts. So long story short, sometimes I have trouble sleeping because I have to wake up and go to the couch. And he's told me he'd go to the couch. He's been very understanding about it, but I don't want to do that.
You see, that's the thing.
You know,
I have no trouble sleeping because all the bitches go straight to the couch all the time. I always wake up and they're like, I am like in their bed.
That's
like,
how
and
it
they
is.
are like not in their house, and I'm like, what?
I mean, it's our bed, but
exactly.
But still, so anyway, I just sometimes my Fitbit sleep pattern is all wonky because sometimes I'll get like 7, sometimes I'll get 6, but I have been in bed for 8 hours. It's just that I don't sleep and I wake up and then I go back out to the couch and I might be up for a little bit or toss and turn or I have to pee, you know, and it's like you wake up in the middle of the night. Well, some people don't, and I envy that.
Yeah.
Like, I also envy the people that can just close their eyes and go the fuck to sleep. Like, that.
Yeah,
I can. I took training. It took many, many, many years of training.
Look, guys, look.
There he is.
Oh, he's a chunky one.
Yes, he's a beautiful baby.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, I
That's
can't believe
groundhog.
it. Yeah.
That's a huge groundhog.
And there's a bunny
So
right
I know you guys can't see, but there's
Don't
a
worry,
fucking
I'll send him.
beautiful
I'll run him in.
beautiful. I mean, I don't like groundhogs because I know they're pests.
But he's a cute little sweetie.
cute.
They
He's
are
absolutely
chunky and
adorable.
fluffy.
Yeah. He's gonna stay fried with us. He's coming in.
Oh, he's coming
Yo,
in.
warm him up a dab.
He's so close to us right now.
Oh, that's where he's at. Yeah, look at him.
Oh, look at him, look at him.
chilling.
Oh, he's poking his little head out. Oh,
He's
boy.
a big one. They can get nasty.
Oh,
That's where he lives,
They fucked
man.
their yard up too.
Oh, they fucked this yard up for years. I swear to God, dude. I don't understand why. Alright, I got him.
So yeah, so I get between anywhere from 6 to sometimes I get lucky with 8 hours of sleep. But
Yeah.
my sleep hasn't been that great lately.
I mean, so by that you mean you don't fall asleep at the same time every night usually?
Sometimes we
'Cause
usually
that has a lot to do with it as well.
Right.
Like when you sleep.
right. We usually go to bed at the same time, but there's a lot of times where we're off too. Because see, he works when he does work. He works 4 days in a row, Thursday to Sunday, and he works like a 4 to 11 or 5 to 11 type of deal. So he also doesn't go to bed then until possibly 2 and 3 in the morning. And I'm definitely in bed before that.
Oh, shit.
It's definitely not consistent. And he, like you said, you're facts on facts.
You should
because
have a
he wakes up and
consistent
he's still
sleep schedule.
tired.
Yeah.
You should have a consistent sleep schedule too.
Right.
Because if you don't, you wake up at the wrong time.
Right.
Like, I have to wake up at the same time every day, so I have to go to bed at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, we, as like people, we are diurnal, so like,
As animals, we are diurnal.
but yeah, that's what I mean. So like, we know when to wake up every day if we go to bed at the same time every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's nice,
Right.
dude. And
Yeah.
it like, makes me think of like old school hunter-gatherer shit.
And it's like, oh, a lot of people refer to it as our mental alarm clock. And
Yeah.
it just means that you're getting a steady sleep pattern when that happens.
I just leave my windows open, and the crack of sun wakes me up. No matter what time of the day it is, my brain knows what time of the day it is, that time of the brightness of the sun is, and it's like, hey, it's 4 o'clock, get the fuck up, let's go.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, there's no sun yet. And I was like, I know, but it's been dark for this long. It's like, are you serious?
Right.
Like, because your brain,
And see,
if your
that's how-
eyes are experiencing blue light,
Yeah.
your body tells you that it's daytime and
Right.
you're awake.
Right.
And if we watch our cell phones too much and our brain keeps putting in too much blue light, it seems like the day is much longer.
Yeah.
The day it literally ends as soon as you close your eyes at the end of the day, when you go to sleep. And that's why people have insomnia, because you still have to like get that, oh, I'm making my bed primal instinct. Like, you might have physically already done it like 2 hours ago, but since you watched all those videos on YouTube, you've been like prolonging
It takes
your
you
body's
another,
mental
like
state
when you
of
were
going
like,
to
damn,
sleep.
I'm tired, and you close your eyes and you think you're sleeping, you're really just making your bed for the next hour.
Yeah.
And then you hop into bed, and then you start the sleeping process.
Yes. And that's not what.
Fuck blue light, dude. But like, now people are getting glasses that deflect that, like the blue
I would
light,
say
the blue light tinted
My
glasses.
ex-wife had them.
Yeah, I mean they do work. Like my mom got them and she says she likes them. So like honestly, I feel like it may be something that people might be wearing in the future more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I've wanted to wear them
Because
I
it's
feel
like
I
a
look at the
huge
screen.
risk, like health factor that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
It's not very popular.
And I
Because,
turn off the blue light on my phone.
oh, can you do that?
Yeah.
Or is that like theater mirroring, like on YouTube where it goes black, like the black
No,
dark
but
mirror?
I always do that. But if you on my phone, I have an option for blue light blocker,
Oh shit.
and it'll phase out all the blue light.
Hmm.
It's really useful, and it saves battery too. Because then you're only using 3 of the pixels out of the 4.
Shit. I wonder if that's like low power mode for the app for iPhones.
Doubtful.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
probably right. But shit.
Oh, fuck. I guess we gotta get more fried next time. Thanks for joining us again on this hot, steamy episode of Deep Fried out here in the backseat.
Woo!
Yo, make sure you stay with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace.
Hell yeah.
Me and Tom be chilling back here, dog. Yo, follow us.
Fucking shit.
I was about to drop my
where
porn
can
on
they
me.
find you at? Because you got like classes and shit, right? Like,
Yo,
first
catch me
classes.
at Artemis, the Art of Living, Red Lion, PA,
Hell yeah.
30 North Main Street. Come and twerk with me.
Hey, that's what's up.
Shit.
Alright, we'll see you guys next week.
Stay
Peace.
fried. Fuck yes.
All right.
Keeping it skinny records.